Hello everyone, and welcome to my next reaction to Supernatural. So, I really just want Sam to get out of this horrible situation. That's my one hope for this next episode. You know, sometimes with Supernatural, I don't have a very specific wish or hope for what's going to happen, but that's what I want here. Because it's a situation, and he needs to get out of it. All right, let's go.
Wow. Isn't this much more pleasant, son? Well, you know what they say. Opposites attract. Oh, we'll get there, Sam. Just another couple of questions. Fascinating. But surely you exaggerate.
Is this
How
a
did you and your brother?
dream?
To whom do you report?
Hallucination? Something?
We're not just gonna talk all night, right? I haven't found anything on these surveillance cameras. I mean, it's like they just disappeared.
Okay.
It's been kind of weird here with, Mom being back. It's like we don't know how to act around each other. So we just kind of make this small talk and...
I feel like
act
that's to
normal,
be
but
expected a little.
It's so not normal.
What has she said to you?
Well, nothing.
What have you said to her?
Well, nothing. I don't know what to say to her, It
is the
it's
Winchester
all
way.
just too much, and I don't want to overwhelm her.
Don't make things needlessly complicated, as you humans tend to do.
Somewhere outside of Aldrich, Missouri, Cass is going through it with a fine-tooth comb, and I've cracked every database I could.
Are you really afraid of overwhelming me?
That's that mom super hearing.
I am thrilled that you're back. I mean, I am so damn happy, I can't even stand it.
Oh.
It's just gonna take me a second to catch up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, take all the
And
time you need,
process
all
a
right?
lot.
And when we do find Sam, how am I gonna face him?
What do you mean?
That yellow-eyed thing would never have come for him that night if I started all of this.
Oh my goodness, Mary.
You also know that. Do you ever think, and don't take this the wrong way, that some of your soldiers may have been compromised? Or bought?
I mean, no, I don't,
Is everything alright?
What is this trickery?
Alright.
I shouldn't be talking to you.
You'll have to admit, it was fun while it lasted. An hallucination
Yeah.
created by potion and powerful spell work.
Okay.
Was it good for you? Sadly, I can't do the spell again.
Yeah, I
Your
really
brain would
hate that.
liquefy, which we don't want. I'll have to resort to less pleasant methods. As it turns out, I'm a quick study.
Yeah, we need to get Sam out. Now.
It's a farm. It appears empty, but it was rented 2 weeks ago to a woman with an English accent.
Did you ever look inside?
No, it's powerfully warded.
Powerfully warded. Okay, see, buddy, that was your headline right there.
Yep. Sure.
Why don't I take this one solo, okay? We don't know what we're walking into here.
We never know, we're hunters.
Okay, I can do my job if I'm worried about you.
Dean, you won't have to be. I can handle myself. Good talk.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
I guess that's that.
I would like names and locations of every hunter. The past.
You've been a bad girl, Tony, and I've come to fetch her.
I have someone, Chester. He's close to breaking. Just leave me be.
No can do. You disobeyed orders. Oh, and you should know you're Miss What? Quite dead. Courtesy of Dean Winchester and friends.
Her name is Tony? This bitch has the audacity to have my mom's name? Oh, no, no,
I
no.
was a wee imp and ran away for a life in the arts.
Ah!
Mother didn't speak to me until I became a star.
Hey, girl.
A star.
Do you follow the Royal Ballet?
Not a bit. I left school to work at a steel mill. I rose up through the ranks, and now I own half a dozen.
You're not serious.
More wine, madam.
The oil that keeps coming back no matter how many times I have it lanced.
Let me guess. Your dinner date is loaded, single, and possibly in delicate health.
What of it?
Fair guess. The man treats me like a queen. It's my chance to leave behind monsters and demons and moldy hideouts.
Is it?
So help me if you muck this up.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it, Mummy. If you do me one tiny favor, help me with Lucifer.
Lucifer.
I have a score to settle.
I mean, frankly, so does she. Right?
Hey, Vinny, we're hitting the town tonight. Come with us. Check out the wonders of Cleveland.
I'm good, thanks.
Tommy, come on. Yeah. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys later.
Look, Vince, it's been years since Jen died. All I mean, brother, is don't you think she'd want more for you than just
Get out of here, Tommy. I believe I let you talk me into this.
I'm your mother. You have to do what I say.
Oh, this'll get interesting.
They'll be expecting you. I'm the last person they'd expect.
You
That
were
is
good at this,
a-
weren't you?
Fair point.
Very.
You know, when you died, it changed Dad. Me was hell bent on finding out what happened. The hunter life, it just took him over. I guess I was the same. But Sammy, he was different. He wanted out. And he went to school, went to Stanford.
Sam had a chance to get out, and he came back.
When Dad disappeared,
Wow.
Sam and I looked around and something became very clear. That the only thing we had in this world, the only thing, aside from this car, was each other.
And a few other people. Namely Bobby. Mostly Bobby. And Bobby. Don't wipe your face. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Not the skincare regimen I go with.
Call the front desk. Hello?
Vince. Vince.
Jen,
Yes, Vince.
how? I've had to live all these years knowing how I treated you.
At the time, leaving you seemed fair since you left me so many times.
Oh.
All I want is you.
That can happen, Vince.
What could happen?
You and me together. I'm an angel.
Those are real.
Real and very powerful, Vince.
You only have to do one easy thing. Will you invite me in?
Yes.
Huh.
What's the bloody hold up? He's the one and only Satan in the phone book.
It's witchcraft, not Google Maps.
You don't even know what he looks like.
He has an aura, supreme evil. Lock on to that. Do I have to do everything?
It's exactly why I'm retiring to Boca Raton. With Ben.
Ben. Lucifer.
I think so. Yes, I'll give you the location.
No, not now. I just want to know who we're dealing with before we attack.
By we, I presume you mean the Winchesters and their pet angel.
Just you. It's
Aw.
obvious. Gotta put Lucifer back in the cage.
Should have known. No, Fergus! I'll not be involved in that nonsense again!
Maybe I should tell Ben about you.
Ow. Crowley.
You are a hateful snake.
Yes.
In any case, Lucifer can't be sent back to the cage while he's in a vessel.
He won't be. Not by the time we're ready.
You know I love them together. The hatred is palpable, you know?
You brought your mother?
Hello, Castiel. Yes, he did.
You sure there's anyone inside?
No. The agent said the lease was handled long distance, but someone warded the house.
We'll go have a closer look. Mom, I got this.
You can keep me from driving, Dean, not from hunting.
Ooh! What a dynamic.
I'm locked out by the warden. I could use the company.
I thought she was gonna go anyway. I didn't think that would work.
Whoa. Look at you.
Pretty dressed up for rehearsal, don't you think?
Rehearsal. Brother, are you okay?
Yeah, I just can't make it to rehearsal. Yeah, you got better plans.
I do.
Vince, I'm serious. Look, stop screwing around.
Oh! Wow.
I said I had plans.
Oh, goodness.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
Screw yourself.
Ay, ay, ay.
Get off my furniture, squatter. Lucifer. Wearing Vince Vincente, second tier star. God's on sabbatical again. You could reclaim heaven. Now that's real estate that's worth ruling. I can handle the branch office.
Crowley.
Or I could raise my hand, slide you into oblivion.
Man. 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 Man.
Problem?
Man. Man. Manny.
Mummy's little paralyzing spell. Trust me, it works.
Trust me, not for long. Holy water. Yeah? Ooh, ouch.
Well, actually, it's top shelf sulfuric acid. Harmless to you, I know, but to your vessel, not so much.
Oh! Crowley!
What's good, Sam? anything to add?
No. No, I just came by for some tea and a beating.
Really? See, I thought you might be on for a little chat about your mate, Benjamin Lafitte. I'm sorry you called him Benny. You know, the vampire whom you released from purgatory and befriended. Well, the English are nothing if not patient.
Girl, you're really gonna figure out how stubborn the Winchesters are. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that's a look. That's a look.
Now, send him back to the cage. It's not working.
Beth Crowley.
Seriously?
Oh no! Not again.
I thought you were dead. I'm not sure that I'm not. So, I'll tell you everything, okay? First off, she's middle letters. The British middle letters. Is that a thing? We're supposed to be on the same team?
I mean, you would think, but...
Gentlemen, you live in the Men of Letters bunker, awash in the world's greatest collection of occult knowledge, and yet you know nothing.
Right. What a waste.
It seems you apes have never read a single book. The Man of Letters has a long tradition of intellectual excellence. In London, we've undertaken a
losing it.
series of studies. Parts of the body most sensitive to intense pain. The eardrum. Decaying tooth. Below the belt, of course. And my favorite. Under the eyelid.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Did you know it's possible to die from pain?
Get away from my boys.
Oh, Sam!
Yeah.
Ground.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's the ground.
I was gonna say, shoot her in the leg. Ah, shoot her in the leg! Ah! Woo! Mary! Shoot her in the leg. Oh my goodness.
Kill the spell now.
Shoot me, and your mother has no chance.
Oh my goodness, she is so annoying!
It's okay. She's using a Chinese mind control technique. Hard to do when you're unconscious.
Okay, that's fair.
Turns out this ape did read a book or two.
Well played.
Okay. He's with Cass.
What you were told is basically true. We were keen on knowing about the two of you, seeing as you seem to be partially carrying on the Men of Letters work here, now that the American chapter is defunct.
So you secure tech dog on us to what, say hi?
Well, parts of our group suspect some kind of malfeasance amongst you American hunters. No argument, Lady Bevel went too far. She'll face consequences in London.
I'll tell you what, why don't you take a walk and she can face those consequences right here and now.
Ooh.
She's ours.
Let's shoot her in the leg.
Now, I'm here to extend an olive branch. We want to work with
Let me
you.
ask a question. Mick, is it... Why would we believe any of this?
Lads, if I meant you harm, There's a dozen ways I could have come in here and taken you all prisoner, instead of being unarmed. Not to mention, I power down all the wardens in this shack, so your attack dog could come in. I reckon you could finish me off without breaking a sweat, am I right?
I don't sweat under any circumstances.
Okay.
Take the time, cool down, and just think it over. And what have you got to lose? Except your worst nightmares.
I really don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I'm skeptical for sure, but
All I did was point some
It's a
stuff on
lot.
the take-out menu. I would have cooked, but I don't.
Well, wait, your meatloaf was amazing.
Came from the Piggly Wiggly. Sorry to burst your bubble.
ah,
But do you still like pie?
does he still like pie?
Sam? You keep looking at me like I'm going to explode.
Well,
But what do we think? Are we buying that Brit's whole let's be friends routine?
No way. No.
Could you eat that any faster?
No. Definitely not.
Aww! Oh, the family
We
moment!
should call the internet and find out as much as we can about these people.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
So close. Yeah, it was close.
No.
You want? No, not now.
All I wanted was to snap your miserable neck again. Keep it snapped this time.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
But I think I've decided against it.
You won't regret it, sir.
A witch as gifted as yourself, with access to the Book of the Damned to boot, would be much more valuable as a prisoner.
What?
How's that saying go? Friends close,
Oh no.
enemies closer.
No.
Oh no.
Yes?
I have faith that she can get out of that, but
Hey,
it's probably going to be difficult.
sorry. I hope I didn't wake you up. I wanted to bring you this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if you drink tea, but
I do.
good. And I wanted to say, if you ever want to talk, I know what it's like to come back and not feel like you really fit.
Oh.
I just have so much about you boys to catch up on.
Yeah.
Mother stuff. First tooth. First crush.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of blanks to fill in.
Yeah.
Right. Dad's journal. His writing, his words. Help me fill in some blanks. Answer some questions I didn't know I had. Keeps him with us, sort of.
That's very sweet.
Dean said you got out of hunting,
Yeah.
and yet here you are.
Well, this is my family. My family hunts, you know, that's what we do. For me, just having you here fills in the biggest blank.
Oh. Oh no. That was very sweet. Oh, Dean.
Clouds above, right down to the ground.
Your mission was to identify American hunters and gain their trust. That's what the Home Office wants. Honey, not
That was her mission?
I am just getting started.
They've also had their fair share of successes.
If our goal is to end the supernatural threat here, we need to destroy every obstacle. The Winchesters, these American hunters, they're no better than the monsters they fail to control. They need to be eliminated.
Wow.
I'm prepared for that.
You'll get your hands dirty.
Well, we have Mr. Ketch for that.
You'll send for him.
I already have.
It's probably not a good thing. Well, I went into this episode with one hope, and, I got what I was hoping for. I wanted Sam to get out of that situation, and it was quite the situation. We have a couple of things being, kind of starting up in the beginning of this season. We have this, sort of Crowley versus Lucifer whole thing. And I did see the special guest star. Curious to see how long he will be a special guest star. I have to say, and I've already said it before, and you all know, I adore Crowley and Rowena together. It seemed that their interactions were kind of short-lived and possibly contained to just this episode for now, because Crowley really skedaddled on out of there. But a lot of times when people talk about two characters having insane chemistry, it's normally associated with more positive emotions. Not even if they're talking about romantically, but there's just something between them. And I feel that way so much with both of them, even though it's like completely negative and fueled with hate and resentment. That I truly love their scenes together. They almost always make my day. Truly, I mean that. All right, Rowena's in a bit of a situation. I do have faith that she can get out of it, though I don't know how easily that will be, and I'm curious to also see the dynamic between her and Lucifer going forward. Rowena is always a fun character to watch for me for many reasons, but one of them being I never really have her pinned down. I never really know exactly what her motives are, what she is going to do next. And I think the dynamic of that paired with her being with Lucifer, that's quite, I'm excited, I'll say that, for all of that whole storyline to continue. We also obviously have Mary back in the picture, and just what, honestly, I'm really, really interested to dive more into what is the dynamic going to be like going forward. There was little bits of it in this episode of, who really calls the shots, and, how much can her and Sam and Dean work together, just on a kind of day-to-day logistical basis. And I mean, she can handle herself, and we knew, but she really showed up in this episode. But I think more on a deeper level, and not a day-to-day hunting basis, I think it's quite interesting to maybe, we're going to really look into how she is handling, when she was speaking about missing the first crush, or getting your first tooth, or, she's missed so much, and that's got to be really hard. I assume as a parent that those are the moments you really want to experience, and she missed a lot of that. And it's beautiful to be reunited and to see what, men your boys have grown into, and all of that, but there's got to be a lot of, a loss of that time that needs to be processed, and honestly a lot of other things that needs to be processed. And same with both Sam and Dean. There's got to be a flood of emotions happening right now. Obviously happy emotions, but complicated emotions, right? I mean, there's so, I don't know, I really loved kind of those last little moments with, Sam talking about filling in the blanks, and Dean, kind of looking at those pictures, and that got me pretty emotional, because I feel like, he's had these pictures and looked at these pictures for so long that is like what he has had of his mom. And now there's like a possibility for more. And, grief is such a hard thing, and kind of that final stage of acceptance. And then you kind of have to reverse it a little bit. And it's just got to be a lot that they're all going through and sort of processing all of this. And I'm pretty optimistic that the show is actually going to dive into it a little bit. And I would appreciate that. And it might not all be super happy. It can get really messy, but I think that's really needed here. And I'm very intrigued by where they're going to go with all of this. And I'm, kind of interested in the potential of what they could explore emotionally between, these three. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about this British chapter of the Men of Let It. No, I don't know. Gotta say, if nothing else, there hasn't been a lot of trust built, either for the Winchesters or me as an audience member. And one thing is for sure, they think very highly of themselves. Okay? They think very highly of themselves. They think very highly of the way that they handle these supernatural threats. So if you're going to talk all that talk, you better live up to it, right? If it turns out that they're not really all that, I'm going to be even more mad, And the audacity of this woman rocking my mom's name. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, I don't know if Tony is short for, I think there's probably two options that I've heard in my life. Tony can be short for Antoinette. Tony can be short for Antonia. My mom's name is Antonia. It's also my middle name. It's also my great aunt's name. And my mom does not get a ton of representation in movies and television with her name. And this is what she gets. This bitch. I'm offended. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.